Chapter 7, Introduction to Java and BlueJ. Chapter Connect, Introduction to Java, Introduction to BlueJ and its features, basic concepts of OOP, Object-Oriented Programming, starting BlueJ, creating a Java program, writing, compiling and running the program, understanding structure of the Java program, modifying a program, some more Java programs. Introduction to Java. Java is a high-level programming language and is very popular amongst software developers. One reason for Java's popularity is that it is platform independent. This means that Java programs can run on many different types of computers as long as they have the Java Runtime Environment (JRE) installed. Java was first released by Sun Microsystems in May 1995. James Gosling, Patrick Sheridan, and James Naughton are credited with designing Java. To create Java programs, you need to have a Java editor or what is called an Integrated Development Environment (IDE). Some of the well-known ones are Java NetBeans, BlueJ, Eclipse, and IntelliJ. We will be working with BlueJ because it is the best IDE for beginners. Introduction to BlueJ and its features. BlueJ is an IDE, Integrated Development Environment, for beginners to write, edit, and execute the Java programs. It allows students to write programs using an interactive visual environment which gives them a good understanding of programming concept. BlueJ includes an editor which we use to write our programs, a debugger to help us find our mistakes, a viewer to see the parts of our program, an easy way to run Java programs, an easy way to view documentation. BlueJ is a Java development environment that is being developed and maintained by a joint research group of Deakin University, Melbourne, Australia, and the University of Kent in Canterbury, UK, explicitly as an environment for teaching introductory object-oriented programming. An objects-oriented programming language is an art of separating the program into a number of objects, that is, self-contained application components that work together in order to complete the task. Basic concepts of OOP, Object-Oriented Programming. These are object, class, data abstraction, data encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. Objects are important runtime entities in object-oriented method. They may characterize a location, a bank account, and a table of data or any entry that the program must handle. For example, each object holds data and code to operate the data. It is sufficient to identify the type of message received and the type of reply returned by the objects. For example, object, student, data, name, address, marks, methods, total, average. Class. A class is a blueprint from which individual objects are created. Class is a building block of Java. It is a logical way to group together fields that hold values and associated methods that operate on these fields into a single unit. Below given is a sample program. For example, public class dog, string breed, age, string color, void barking, void hungry, void sleeping. Cyber fact. Java program supports functions written in other languages such as C, C++, known as native methods. Data abstraction. Data abstraction refers to the act of representing important description without including the background details or explanations. Classes are the concept of abstraction and are defined as a list of abstract attributes such as size, cost, and functions operate on these attributes. They summarize all the important properties of the objects that are to be created. Data encapsulation. The process of linking binding data and associated code procedures to make them a compound unit is called data encapsulation. When data and code is associated with one another, they create objects. These objects support the encapsulation mechanism. In this process, the data or code may be public, private, protected, friendly, etc. Private code is only accessible by the particular part of that object, whereas public code is accessible by any other object. Inheritance. Inheritance means heredity, that is transfer of some qualities and attributes of parents to their children. Inheritance is a process to derive new classes from already existing classes. Existing classes is called super base parent class and new class is known as sub derived child class. This process defines and characteristics held by superclass inherited by the subclass. The basic way to adopt this concept is that it works again with the same qualities or standards. For example, if we talk about persons, every person has a name. If we talk about students, every student is a person and it acquires the attributes of person class. There are three types of inheritance: single inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance. Polymorphism. Poly means many and morph means form. Polymorphism means the ability to take more than one form. It means objects that can take on or assume many different forms. Polymorphism means that the same operations may behave differently on different classes. For example, In a payroll system, manager, office staff, and production worker objects all will respond to compute payroll message, but the real operations performed are object particular. Shape, draw. Rectangle object, draw rectangle. Square object, draw square. Circle object, draw circle. Dynamic binding. Binding refers to the linking of a procedure call to the code to be executed in response to the call. Dynamic binding means that the code related with a given procedure call is not known until the time of the call at runtime. Starting BlueJ. Let us learn programming in the BlueJ environment. Click on Start All Apps. Click on BlueJ. BlueJ. The first screen of BlueJ will appear, followed by the BlueJ working environment screen. Writing, compiling, and running the program. Select the program code by pressing Ctrl+A and delete the program code by pressing either the delete key or the backspace key. Now type a new program in program code window as shown here. Cyberfact. Compilation is a process of converting the programming statement to a machine-level code by a compiler. Click on the Compile button placed at the top of the ribbon. If there is no error in the program, it will display the message in the lower pane of the window. Class compiled, no syntax error as shown in the figure. In case there are errors, remove them and compile the program again. Now click on X button. Now right click on the Welcome class icon. Select Void Main String. Adds option from the pop-up menu as shown in the figure. We will get a BlueJ method call dialog box as shown. Click OK. The output will be displayed on the BlueJ terminal window. Understanding structure of the Java program. The description of the above Java program is as follows. Comments. The text within slash, asterisk, or after double slash is treated as a comment and is ignored by a computer. A single line comment begins with double slash, whereas a common block starts with slash, asterisk, and end with asterisk single slash. Class declaration. The class keyword declares a program's name. It indicates that we are going to create a new class. For example, Welcome is the name of the class in the above program. The name of the Java program must match with the class name. Public static void main. String adds. Public is the access specifier which denotes that the variables and methods are accessible to the code outside the class. Keyword static indicates that the method remains the same for all instances of a class. Void is a Java keyword which signifies that the function will not return any result except the text that we enter in the print statements. Main 0 is the main function of the program, and all Java programs begins with executing it. The last part of this statement is string adds. It is also called command line argument, where adds is an array set of string objects that represents arguments or parameters passed on to the class at the time of execution. System out print in. This is a function that outputs the text written in double quotes enclosed which parentheses to monitor screen. The semicolon symbol is a separator that denotes the end of the statement system.out.println 0. Modifying a program. We can make change in the program anytime. To do so, double-click on the welcome class icon. The program screen will appear. Now make the changes we want to do. Save the changes and recompile the program as discussed earlier. If no error reflects on the screen, it means that the changes are correct. Now execute the program. Some more Java programs. Here are some more Java programs to try and practice programming in Java. Program 1. Write a program to print your name 4 times in the same line. Public class name. Public static void main string adds. System.out.println inverted commas Maya inverted comma closed plus inverted comma Maya inverted comma closed plus Maya plus Maya. Program 2. Write a program to print your favorite destinations in different lines. Public class destination. Public static void main string adds. System.out.println inverted commas Darjeeling inverted commas closed. System.out.println inverted commas Switzerland inverted commas closed. System.out.println inverted commas Maldives inverted commas closed. To sum up, Java is a high-level programming language and is very popular among the software developers. BlueJ is an IDE for beginners to write, edit, and execute the Java programs. Objects are important. Runtime entities is object-oriented method. Data abstraction refers to the act of representing important description without including the background details or explanations. Polymorphism means the ability to take